Hey, Matt here from Remit Media, and today we're checking out Disney's Beach Club Resort. Disney's Beach Club is a deluxe resort in the Epcot area. It's themed as a New England seaside resort with 583 rooms, 282 villas, and 73,000 square feet of convention center. It shares amenity and space with Disney's Yacht Club. The lobby decor features a relaxing beach-inspired ambiance with its high ceilings and natural light. Disney's signature lobby scent, named Green Clover and Aloe, enhances the seaside atmosphere and smells absolutely wonderful. The lobby is a bustling hub of activity, and usually isn't too packed, except around breakfast and dinner, when Cape May Cafe is operating. First up is Cape May Cafe. The restaurant features a charming seaside theme inspired by a New England-style beachside setting, complete with sandcastles, pastel colors, and nautical decor. Cape May hosts Minnie's Beach Bash Breakfast, featuring a breakfast buffet. The buffet includes typical American fare like bacon, eggs, and Mickey waffles. There's also an omelet station and fresh-made crepes, and salted caramel beach buns delivered to the table. The highlight of the breakfast, though, is the character dining experience, where guests can meet Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Daisy Duck, and Donald Duck in beach-themed attire. This is a popular dining spot, especially for the character breakfast, and advanced reservations are strongly recommended. These can be made 60 days in advance. Cape May Cafe also serves dinner, which is a seafood-focused buffet, including a variety of shellfish, a carving station, and New England-style clam chowder, though there are no characters in the evening. The Marketplace is the beach club's quick service option, offering items like hot dogs, hamburgers, and a variety of sandwiches, including breakfast. The food here is okay, as it was convenient, but not incredible. The Marketplace also offers grab-and-go options and a variety of sundries. Martha's Vineyard is the beach club's lounge, offering food and some signature drinks, along with a full bar. Peaches and Cream Soda Shop is a retro-style soda shop and themed like a classic 1950s diner, complete with a jukebox for a nostalgic vibe. The food here is good, but it's nothing special. The ice cream, on the other hand, is great. We had the No Way Jose, made with chocolate and peanut butter, topped with hot fudge, peanut butter sauce, and whipped cream. The most famous treat here is the kitchen sink, an iconic dessert featuring 8 scoops of ice cream, every topping in the house, and a whole can of whipped cream, served in a plastic kitchen sink dish. Every time it's ordered, the whole place gets involved. Beaches and Cream is a fairly small restaurant, and pretty popular, so it's a good idea to book here in advance. If you're just after a few scoops and don't want to sit inside, there's a walk-up window outside. Hurricane Hannah's is the pool bar just outside the feature pool, Stormalong Bay. It's got standard American fare, along with a full bar and some specialty drinks. It's a pretty convenient spot when you're having a resort day or just spending time at the pool and don't want to leave. On the other half of the marketplace is the shopping area, where you'll find a delightful array of Disney merchandise. Need a new set of Mickey ears or a plush for the little ones? They've got those and more. There's also plenty of Beach Club Resort branded items, including t-shirts, mugs, and pins, which are great for collectors. Most of the rooms at Disney's Beach Club Resort are 381 square feet and feature 2 queen-size beds. Even with a family of 5 and all of our luggage, the room felt spacious and comfortable. One fun addition is the in-room Alexa, equipped with the Hey Disney app. Perfect for entertainment or quick assistance with hotel needs. Our room had at least 8 power outlets and almost an equal amount of USB ports. The room also features a ton of storage space in the dresser and under the bed. The desk here is fairly good size, and underneath it, there's a rolling table, which came in handy for us several different times. The couch in the room becomes your 5th sleeper, with the top folding down to become a small bed. It probably isn't comfortable for an adult, but it sleeps a child very well. The room comes equipped with a Keurig coffee maker, which was fairly convenient. There's also a mini fridge that does an okay job cooling, though it's not the best. The closet is fairly good sized, and it's where you'll find the handheld steamer. There's also a safe in here that fits a laptop, but it's a little bit awkward since it's mounted on the wall. The bathroom, especially the sink area, was fairly large, and the shower had a glass door instead of a shower curtain, which is always a plus for me. During our stay, my wife noted that there's a lot of extra touches in this room. For example, the shelf above the sink and the storage space below the sink made everything a lot easier to organize when you have a family of 5. The room comes stocked with the typical Disney branded toiletries, but the bath soap, shampoo, and conditioner are all in the wall-mounted bottles. Each room has a patio or balcony, though they vary quite a bit in size depending on where you are in the hotel. Lafferty Place is Beach Club's arcade, and it's pretty standard as far as Disney Resort arcades go. Beach Club has some fun activities like sand volleyball courts, movies under the stars, and nightly marshmallow roast by the beach. There are some other fun pop-up activities, like this dance glow party for the kids. Also nearby is Disney's Boardwalk. The Boardwalk is the waterfront entertainment district located across Crescent Lake from the Beach Club, but can easily be walked. There are several sit-down restaurants and quick service options. During the day, it's a little drab, but the entertainment picks up at night. Along with some street performances and carnival-type games, there's a bar featuring magic acts, a piano bar, and a dance hall. Abracadab Bar is open to families, but the others are adults only.
Should I take it back?
Beach Club has a total of 3 pools. The Dunes Cove pool in the DVC area, the Tidal pool, which is close to the International Gateway area of the resort, and the feature pool, Stormalong Bay. Stormalong Bay is almost its own mini water park, at nearly 3 acres in size and 750,000 gallons of water. It features a lazy river, a zero entry area, a sand bottom pool with a sand play area, 3 hot tubs, and the shipwreck slide, which at 230 feet is the largest water slide at Walt Disney World resorts. Stormalong Bay is pretty popular, and because of this, the resort requires wristbands for entry. The good news is you are able to use the pool for the whole day of both your check-in and check-out days. There are always poolside activities going on here, like trivia and water volleyball.
What is this one? Halfway to passage. Tron into the grid. You went on it yesterday? I gotta be honest, I haven't been on this one yet.
One unique feature is the water slide is actually outside of Stormalong Bay, so you have to cross the sidewalk to get to it. Our family had a blast going down the water slide again and again. We recently spent 4 nights at Disney's Beach Club Resort, and it was a fantastic experience. One of the biggest highlights was its close proximity to Epcot. Getting to the park was a breeze, and the convenience of the International Gateway entrance made it easy to take a midday break at the resort without missing much park time. Plus, it was perfect for rope dropping Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is one of the most popular rides at Epcot. Disney's Hollywood Studios is also nearby, offering multiple transportation options, whether you prefer to walk, take the boat, or ride the Skyliner. Stormalong Bay, though it's not a true water park, offered us several days of fun. The kids lasted hours before they got bored, and that allowed us parents to relax. The pool area is pretty sprawling, and it's easy to lose track of the little ones there. However, Disney does a great job of staffing with plenty of lifeguards. We prioritized enjoying the resort's amenities during our stay, and if that's your plan too, I'd say the Beach Club is worth the price, especially if you can snag it at a discounted rate. However, if you're planning to spend all your time in the parks, or away from the resort, you might get better value from one of the other resorts along the Skyliner route. These still offer great park access without the premium price tag. Thanks for coming along on this tour of Disney's Beach Club. Please take a moment to share any of your Beach Club thoughts, questions, or experiences in the comments. See you next time!